Why, happy New Year, everybody. This is your girl Royalty coming at you with a video. However, I had went on a little mini vacation to New York where I celebrated at Times Square, the ball dropping. Yes, in New York. I wanted to also bring you guys some information on the trip about the area in which I stayed, which was in Times Square. It was just like maybe a little 3-minute walk to Times Square, if that. Depends on if you're a walker, you probably can make it there less than a minute. Anyway, the hotel that I stayed in was the Garden Hilton Hotel at Times Square. The Garden Hilton, which is located at 136 West 42nd Street in Times Square. I just wanted to present this because my stay at that hotel was excellent. The room was nice and cozy. It was very clean. And above all, the staff, they were very courtesy, and I rate them a 5 myself. Excellent personality. You know, they went beyond to make you feel welcome. Never a moment that I ran into somebody that had a bad attitude. And those guys put in some hours working over that night for New Year's. And it didn't affect them at all. They were very kind. And I would recommend this hotel to anybody. And anytime I have to go to New York, I would definitely stay there at the Garden Hilton at 136 West 42nd Street in New York, Times Square, near where they do the shooting for Good Morning America. Yes. Also, while visiting New York, I ran across the Safari store that was right there. It was like Safari store right next to the New York Police Department station, right in Times Square. Safari. Then you have Starbucks on the side. I was so eager to go into the Safari store, however, to look around, but I probably would have made a purchase there because just to make an excuse because I was there in New York. I have been to New York before, however, but I have been to the Statue of Liberty, around that area, Ground Zero, so on. Anyway, my point is the Safari store was open, guys. Yes, the Safari store was open for like 7 o'clock in the morning. Okay, but they open at 8. Me standing there, I noticed that the door was open and I was ready to go in and shop. So 2 other girls from New York, all 3 of us entered together, but I'm hollering, hello, because I don't see anybody. Is anybody in here? No answer. So we make it like halfway in the store and look around like there's nobody in here. I said perhaps maybe, this store had been open for a while and the lights been on by me waiting for Good Morning America to air, but however, they didn't air that morning. So anyway, back to Safari. I'm like, maybe somebody's in the back. Maybe they have a medical condition and they may be in trouble, non-responsive. So I'm like, okay, let's inform someone. The police department is right across the street. You howling for somebody, hello, hello, is anybody in here? No answer, so the police needs to get involved at this point. So the fire department, one of the guys that work for the fire department in uniform, I summoned for him to come over and I told him what the situation was. I say, this store is open and there's nobody in here and it's 8 o'clock. That's the store hours to open at 8. So he was like, no, I'm not going to go in. I'm not going to go in. And to rewind it before I notified him, I thought maybe it was a prank or something. Because, you know, like, they be like having these little hidden cameras to see people's reactions. So I'm like, oh, they're not going to get me. I know this is a camera. They can't trick me. I'm like, y'all, come on. Which, that was crazy. I shouldn't have did that. But I'm in a frame of mind that, hey, this is some type of prank maybe. And if it is, I want to be a part of it. I want to know that, hey, y'all cannot fool me. Because I watch the shows. So, no TV camera came about. So that's when the fire department got involved. And he walked over a couple of feet away to notify the police. And when he notified the police, they just looked over towards Safari Way, the store. And I'm like, wouldn't they like come right away? Because somebody could be in trouble, you know. They took their very, very, very time. And when they did go in, they went in and searched the back. They come back out towards the front. Still, nobody's in Safari. So this must have went on for like maybe an hour. And you still have no word as to what's going on. So I went next door to stand and get out of the police department's way after I wasn't going to be famous. So I said, let me get away from here. So I goes back and I asked one of the girls working over at Starbucks. I say, do y'all know any workers that work over in Safari? Because the store is open. It's been open since like 7 o'clock and there's nobody there. So then one of the Starbucks ladies goes over. She said, yeah, I know the co-workers or what. I mean, the workers over there. So she like went in. The fire department told her, no, don't go in. Don't go in. So leave that alone. So eventually I wind up going on my way back to my hotel room or whatever and chill. But I'm still left in the blind as to what had transpired at Safari. And I still want to know. I may wind up calling the police department to find out or whatever. Explain the situation. I was the lady that informed them, and I was curious about what had happened over at Safari. I think that's what I'm going to do. Anyway, enough for Safari. But yeah, I wanted to go in and I couldn't, and I thought I was going to be on camera and I was going to prank them instead of them pranking me. But that didn't happen. Another thing I wanted to present to you guys is that Paul's on Times Square, located in the hotel at the Grand Hilton, the same address. I had a Mai Tai drink that was awesome, and I also had a breakfast pizza, delicious. So if you guys are at Times Square at any point of time, whatever, you may want to go next year, 2016. Believe me, this place is a nice atmosphere. They give also private parties there. And let you see it again. Pause. Located in Times Square at the Garden Hilton Hotel. Yes, these guys are good. Very nice people. The staff is nice also. I didn't have no problems when I went to New York. I had a lovely time. Anyway, it's enough boasting about me and where I stayed and where I ate. I could give you a little bit more information as to what I did, but I'm just going to leave that alone. That's private. Anyway, I want to also incorporate this. I did get my Ebates check in the mail. And my Ebates check was for my first check. And I did post the winner, in which I did the drawing on New Year's Day, January 1st, like I said. And you can go and stroll and see who was the winner. Also, I'll comment on here and let you guys know who was the winner. Anyway, she was excited because she said she had never won anything before in her life. Very interesting. And I told her I was glad that I was able to be a part.